ConEquip recently attended HDAW 2026. Here's how it went. This place was absolutely huge. The event was held at the Gaylord in Grapevine, Texas, and if you've ever been there, you know it's basically a small city inside. The HDAW, which stands for Heavy Duty Aftermarket Week, is primarily focused towards on-highway equipment. So, if you're going for off-highway purposes, you may have to do some digging to get what you want out of the event. Luckily, we knew just who to talk to. So, we marched right on over to our friends at Radiator Supply House.
Hey, Ben here at ConEquip Parts. We're at the HDAW 2026 in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, where everything is bigger. When does aluminum radiators outperform steel radiators and vice versa? You guys do build both with,
So it's typically aluminum or copper brass.
Okay.
So you go aluminum, copper, brass. There is some cases where steel is more, that's in like cat, big, heavy dozer type stuff. But
which, again, probably more our world, but ish.
We're looking at aluminum or copper brass. You know, to me, the way I know, we laugh. So what gets the boat to the lake? Ford, Chevy, or Dodge? They all do it. They all work pretty good. I'm a Chevy guy. You're a Chevy guy.
Yep.
Chevy. You're a Chevy guy, right? So we all align. So that means aluminum is what's best, right? But then you got the next guy that says copper and brass is what my Ford is, but right?
Okay.
So they both work. There are some cases where it gets really extreme. I do feel copper and brass may take the edge over that. But 99% of the time, that's not the case.
Okay.
Usually that's when somebody's doing super high horsepower in some piece of equipment, which doesn't happen anymore. It's more trucks and cars. The reason you're seeing a lot of radiators, oil coolers produced in aluminum today is just, you can just go look at the traded commodities across the world. Aluminum is half the price of what copper and brass is.
Okay.
You just do go look at the numbers where traded commodities are on the stock market, and that's why. And it's easier to get. There's more manufacturers. It's quicker to produce. So from a cost-wise, it can be half the cost of copper and brass, and actually does right there the same cooling. So value to customer, we feel aluminum is the way to go. That's big, but you take something like this and you hit a tube, it's going to crush it, right? You take this, I mean, you can hit this all day long, and they're just a lot stronger pull.
After a good talk with Will and Vance, we found ourselves at the booth of D&W.
We've got George Downing from D&W Diesel, who is the man, and we're going to be talking to him a little bit about some stuff that's kind of out in the industry, might be happening to you also, on some fuel and filters and things like that. So we randomly picked out, and I mean random, like I had George go through and check off the two he wanted to ask, or to answer. So we got, when does DPF cleaning make sense versus actually getting it replaced?
I would say DPF cleaning makes sense all the time as long as a DPF is in good condition. DPFs need to be replaced when there's hardened ash at the bottom of the DPF, it's at capacity and can no longer be cleaned out, or it's gone through some kind of catastrophic thermal event where it's no longer filtering out soot and ash. Otherwise, you can definitely clean a DPF and keep reusing it.
So is it, can a customer tell up front how much ash is in there versus like, I'm not going to be able to get this clean, or is it something that's just, it's got to get sent into you guys and get evaluated? Yeah,
it's not really easy to tell up front. There's computers on the trucks that calculate how much soot, ash is in there. So you'll get basically engine lights once it's at capacity. One thing that they can keep an eye out for, if there's soot on the outlet side of a DPF, that DPF is no longer filtering. So at that point, just replace it. There's no point sending it in.
All right. How long has D&W Diesel been cleaning these?
13 years, I would say. And I got them started cleaning DPF, so I've been doing it a while.
Excellent. And when it comes to that, I know that on some, at least for ConEquip, we've got some pretty large DPFs out there in the off-road arena. Do you know what the size is that you can do, like dimensionally?
D&W, our capabilities are, we've done everything from Detroit 1 boxes, which are, come up to here, to tiny little Kubota applications.
Oh, really?
So your standard cleaning place will probably only be able to do a truck-sized DPF, which would probably be, maybe 2 foot tall, 1.5 feet around, or 1.5 feet diameter, but there are specialty cleaning places that have kind of adapted equipment to be able to handle the larger things.
After that, we went exploring. Nothing like some good old-fashioned networking. At the end of the day, everyone here at this event is just making an honest living getting people all across the world back to work, and it really doesn't get better than that. After the quick lunch intermission, we had a one-on-one meeting with a few wonderful representatives of Bosch. And although we couldn't get a video of that because that's top secret, we got a great photo after the meeting. As soon as our one-on-one was all finished, our day was just about done. Since this event was a multi-day sort of thing, it was more than just networking on a business level and a catered lunch. There were so many side quests, if you will, where you could just talk to others on a more human level and get to know them as people. All in all, HDAW 2026 was a blast and super insightful. Until next time, take it easy. We'll catch you in the next one.